Okay, so hello everybody. We're here today doing Amy's prom makeup. So Amy is just prepping the skin and getting ready, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're about. So we are a company, Kiss My Lipstick, and we are working in the lovely Kerry Boy salon in Hitchin. And what we're about is teaching people how to do makeup. So prom makeup is obviously something that we're going to show you today. We also teach bridal makeup, we teach salons occasion makeup, and also we work with, Amy works with celebrities, so we're going to teach people about sort of the media side of things as well. At Kiss My Lipstick we use several different brands, one of them being our own lash boutique, which is a range of human hair false eyelashes, and we're going to show you the best way to apply those today, because that's what a lot of people do struggle with.
Okay, so I'm just blending together to get the right tone for Ailey's skin, and then we're going to work on concealing any blemishes and toning any red areas or even any lighter areas. People do get different skin pigmentation, and you want to create a nice even canvas to work with. A perfect base sets off the rest of the makeup. Just look up for me please, honey. So we're just going to conceal the under eye area. On any complexion, this always tends to be quite a bit darker than the rest of the skin, and it's a great way to really highlight the eye area, highlight the socket, and it also creates a great base for the eye makeup. So if you really start with good products to begin with, make sure the skin is really well primed on the eyelids. It's good to create a kind of triangle shape down to the nostril. This helps sculpt the eye area and sculpt the cheekbone later on when we bring out with the bronzer. If you just look over there for me, darling. So we really want to bring out the contours of Ailey's cheekbones, her nose, her chin, and the points on her forehead and above her brow. So we're going to contour a lighter tone into the eye area, and then we're just going to contour around the centre of the forehead and down onto the chin, and just into the Cupid's bow on the lip there. I'm just going over a few little blemishes that Ailey has here, which is quite common in most people's skin. It's certainly nothing to be concerned about, but what it does mean is that if you conceal nicely to begin with, there's no need to apply a really heavy foundation base. People often make the mistake of thinking that if you just put more and more foundation on, then that's going to disguise things. All that will do is move around on the skin during the day. The best way is just to lightly conceal to begin with, and you won't have any problems then. Okay, so I think we're ready to apply a foundation base for you now. So once you've selected the right tone for the skin, I'm using a stippler brush to buff that in, again in a soft circular motion. Down onto the jawline and behind the lower earlobe as well. You can see there how it totally blends into a neckline. It's important to buff right up into the hairline to avoid any telltale signs. So I'm buffing the foundation in, but I'm still avoiding the eye area at this point. Most people tend to just use one tone of foundation across the whole face, but then again you lose that contour, you lose the bright eye, and you lose the higher cheekbone. So it's a little known professional technique that if you actually use a slightly lighter shade on the eye area and the tops of the cheekbones, it will really keep that popping forward. It's going to go one tone lighter. To create a lovely stable base for the eye makeup. So you can see there we've kept the warmth in the cheeks and onto the brow and the forehead, but just kept a fresher look under the eye. A big trend at the minute is obviously the contouring. A lot of people are looking to the likes of even the Kardashians. There's a lot of talk about how they do their makeup and the kind of styles that they're bringing forward, and who their makeup artists are really sort of setting trends now, especially for people of Ailey's age, so it's great to kind of reflect that in their look as well. Just look to the camera again. So now we've created the base, we're just going to lightly powder to set and then start work on the eye look. So a big part of a complete makeup look, especially if you're putting focus on the eyes, is a really well-groomed brow, incredibly on trend at the minute. It really does frame the face. So Amy's got a really nice shaped brow, nice thick hair, but what we're going to do is just use a bit of product just to really define that. Especially if you're working photographically, this is a really important technique. The smallest things like an ungroomed brow can make a huge difference to your images. You'll always find as well, nobody's face is symmetrical from left to right, so it's often a good idea to use a brow powder just to help recreate that symmetry, fill in any gaps and bring out a nice strong brow. So we're also going to highlight the brow bone using the brow pencil and just blend that in softly.